Is your hair dry and brittle regardless of how often you moisturize it? Somewhat giving off that plastic feel? Do you see a whole bunch of teeny coils breaking off whenever you try to manipulate your hair? And severe knotting? It may not even be teeny coils, but back to the monologue. And or you just know something is up because your wash and goes, twist outs, and braid outs aren't coming out right? Well, then you probably have a protein overload. But wait, because I did the research and I found out what works for me, and I'm sharing it with you because, oh, I care. I know you don't care too much, but I still care. Stinks, baby. Ah! So stay tuned. See, baby girl. Welcome to the land of ooh. I am so glad you clicked on this video, and you will be too, because Shawty, I'm talking about a lot in this one. Not just what a protein overload is, yes, it's a real thing, and how I came over it, and I'm still coming over it, but some universal things like how I detangle my hair. And before I start blabbing, let me just cut to the chase. It's a long video, so if you don't want to stick around for the whole ride, time codes in the description box. They'll take you exactly where you need to go. But for those of you who had a question and came here because of that, like the video if I answer it. If I don't, put what I missed in the comments. And if you like the video, you know what I'm saying, subscribe. And for those of you who did it last week, I'm showing you my appreciation. Thank you so much for screenshotting me, tagging me, and posting me at this ad so you can do the same. Tell your friends. Now let's get into this video. Whoa. Before you go WebMD on me, I'm gonna explain. You know, like whenever you have a headache and then you're like, dang, why does my head hurt so bad? You go to the computer, you search up, why does my head hurt so bad? And the first result to come up are some symptoms sounding much like this. Brain tumor, you currently have a concussion, or you're gonna die in 20 minutes. I'm not trying to do that to you because a protein overload is very treatable and it's kind of common. It's also mistaked with moisture overload, and you don't want to get those two confused because they're the actual opposites. A protein overload is exactly what the name implies. Your hair has too much protein and it feels exceptionally dry because of that. Yes, but too much of a good thing isn't good anymore, and I'm going to tell you from experience. Too much protein is not good. If you refer back to my last video, if you didn't watch it, pause this video, watch that video, press play on this video. You realize that I have high porosity hair, and high porosity hair needs more protein than the other two porosities because there's gaps and holes in it. You see, I said all those things in that last video, so watch it. But I kind of went a little overboard. So my hair was acting up. I was like, girl,
what is wrong with you? Regardless of how much I moisturize you, you are so dry.
What's up? So I was like, maybe you're just being really porous. Maybe I should put some protein on you. Not only did I put mayonnaise, eggs,
beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes,
avocado, olive oil on my hair, I let it sit for longer than 25 minutes, y'all. I let it sit for like an hour. And I asked my sister, yo, is this happening to your hair too? And she said, actually it has been, because we were doing rice water and overdosing on aloe together. Went overboard, and then my hair said stop with the protein, and I realized I need to do my Googles. So I opened my computer and I typed, why is my hair still so dry regardless of how much I moisturize it? And I kept scrolling, you know, of course I scrolled past the WebMD. This person is really highlighting my symptoms, and all signs pointed to me having a protein overload. So what do I do about that? Obviously, you take out all the protein from your regimen. Okay, maybe a few ingredients. Maybe I'm gonna stop using some of my favorite products, you know. I have to buy some new ones. When I tell y'all I went into my product stash and I eradicated these ingredients, and I was left with one, the one product that I actually hate. If it wasn't hydrolyzed wheat protein, soybean, keratin, or those amino acids, it was that darn coconut oil. But notice, I said all my cheap products, and I forgot. About a week prior, I went to the beauty supply store and finally invested in some Mielle. the pomegranate and honey line. And I looked at the ingredients. It didn't have none of it. Only one of the products did, and the rest of the products didn't have it. That's step one. I got all of the products that had proteins and anything that would trigger the protein overload out of my stash. The next step, I had to change my washing regimen. I was expecting my conditioner to have proteins in it because you want a conditioner to have strengthening properties, and protein strengthens hair. People are catering to people with protein overload or protein sensitivities, and I found conditioners and deep conditioners that are actually really going to help. But sadly, my favorite shampoo, I had to boot it because it had protein in it. The third thing I had to do was change my styling habits. My hair under a protein overload, because it's so brittle, it's prone to breaking. So if I touch it a little bit, it's just like a Kit Kat. It's falling apart. I'm telling you, it's falling apart. I needed a style that's going to last for a pretty long time, was low manipulation, and also a protective style. So I added these beads on the end. Pause. The difference between a protective style and a low manipulation style. Low manipulation styles are what the name implies. Your fingers aren't going to do a lot in your hair. For example, mini twists, mini braids. Those are low manipulation styles. High manipulation styles, like if you're getting your hair cornrowed or box braided, if your hair is going to go through a lot for this style, it's not a low manipulation style. Now, a protective style is a style that secures your ends. See, my ends aren't visible. They're hidden in the beads, making it a protective style. Now, you can have a low manipulation style that is a protective style. That's this. But it's not a protective style if your ends aren't covered. Now that you know what a protein overload is, let me give you the 3 Ds, this equals 6, the 3 Ds that helped me overcome my protein overload. And I'm still overcoming, so don't be dismayed. The first time I did it, I used these mini braids as my low manipulation style / protective style. And I kept them in for 3 weeks, but I kind of did 3 steps forward and 4 steps back with this one because I kept my hair out for 3 weeks, and that meant slicking and brushing and ripping and breaking. So my hair got super duper knotted. So I decided to detangle first. I mean, I'm always going to do something before I shampoo my hair. If my hair was in braids or just not with me for a long time, I'm going to be showing it a little love. All products used in this video have to be protein free because I'm doing a protein detox. So the conditioner I'm using was the deep conditioner I used last time. Now, it wasn't deep enough, but it had enough slip to get the job done. It is the Mielle Organics Mongongo oil protein free conditioner. And I'm using it as my detangler today because, y'all, these knots are severe.
Girls, you know you better watch out. Some guys are only about that thing.
After I get all of it through my hair, and I'm working diligently and really patiently not to rip any more hair out, because I'm telling you, not to like a bad influence. The bad. They're more like split ends or damaged ends. They just attract the innocent ones that are around you, get them into trouble, and then you just have to cut all of them off if you're not careful. I'm finger detangling with my conditioner first, then I'm going to use a tool, but not until I can get my fingers smoothly through this hair will I use my Tangle Wrangler, which is an awesome tool, by the way. And then I rinsed it out. On to the second D, detox. Now, this is the most important part. Because I can't use my favorite shampoo, I still need to cleanse my hair, but still be gentle with it. It's going through a lot right now. You gotta be patient with her. So I found out that you can use that Indian healing clay mask. Y'all, they need to make an Indian healing clay mask like styler, because this has great definition. If I could do wash and goes in this state, I would with this Indian clay mask, girl. If you do wash and goes and you looking for some way to get severe definition in the cleansing washing process before you style, use this mask. It's legit, like legit. Okay, I sound like a commercial. I promise I'm not a commercial. It actually works really well. So I'm going to make enough to cover all of my hair, every single strand, my edges and my kitchen included, and my face, my shoulders, and my back, and my chest.
Xereca pra mim, vai jogando a xereca pra mim, vai jogando a xereca pra mim. Meu mano Max que manda assim, vai jogando a xereca pra mim, vai jogando a xereca pra mim, vai jogando a xereca pra mim. Meu mano Max que manda assim.
I'm telling y'all, I was serious about getting it everywhere. I parted the sections and I re-moistened it with some water because I still have my hair. The water left pretty quickly. Yo, whoa, the definition. Move that hair. Move that hair. Move that hair. Now that the product is everywhere that I need it to be, the packaging says don't let it dry completely. It actually is less potent when you do that. So because it's on my skin has pores, it's gonna dry pretty quickly. But my hair, I let it dry about 70%, then I hopped in the shower. Rinsed in sections. You want to thoroughly rinse this thing out. And to help me out, I have a little handheld mirror in my shower that when it gets foggy, I just put water on it and I get to see clearly again.
Claritin.
On to the third D of the 3 Ds for protein detox. I tried. I know it's corny. It's ugly. I know. Last time I didn't use this deep conditioner, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's protein free, it's thick, and it has honey in the name. I couldn't resist it. So I'm going to be trying this TGIN Honey Hair Mask Miracle for the first time. And y'all, the definition. It has great slip. Not just great slip, it sits well on my hair. My hair is having a great conversation with it. This is like 50 first dates. It's great. It's going very well.
Xereca pra mim, vai jogando a xereca pra mim, vai jogando a xereca pra mim. Meu mano Max que manda assim, vai jogando a xereca pra mim, vai jogando a xereca pra mim, vai jogando a xereca pra mim. Meu mano Max que manda assim.
So to let it sit, I'm gonna put on a shower cap, a drying bonnet, and it has an attachable area where I can put my blow dryer in. That's what I'm going to be using as my hooded dryer. And if you don't got it like that, I know how to hack it. I used to have to use tights. So I just had to wait for it. And when it was done, took it off, rinsed it out with cool water after. I know it's weird because it's like you're in the shower and you don't want to ice bath. So thank you for watching. This is part 1, part 2 parts. The second part is how I did the style. If you do want to get some better results and if you're experiencing a protein overload, this really helped me. I'm going to change the game. If you like the video, don't fight what's inside of you. Press the like button. If I missed something, or you just want to share whatever was helpful, because I appreciate you all doing that in the last video, put it in the comments. And if you like the vibe, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. In case you wanted that shout out, yeah, the @ is right here. Yeah, you just screenshot me here. Post me, tag me. The offer is still on the tables.